Nature has blessed humanity with a beautiful habitat, conducive atmosphere, and a perfect ecosystem. This little town, Okeho, in Kajola local government area in Oyo State, is right in the middle of many mountains and endowed with beautifully carved rocks, valleys, trees, and caves. With the right mix of rivers, streams, and of course its iconic brown roofs. On our way, we met this herder and his cattle in search of pasture.
Oh, there are lots of them here. In many communities around the world, mountains are disappearing at an alarming rate. They're being blown apart for roads and for infrastructure. And we're here at Afioba Onjulu Okeho. I hope I got that right. I know I didn't get it right, but I tried. We're here to speak to the king of this community to understand how he's been able to work with his people to conserve their mountains, their hills, and their beautiful rocks here. This is Green Angle, the show that explores the environment we live in and the ecological problems we face while preferring sustainable solutions. I am Ugochi Olibo. Come along with us. This is Okeho in Oyo State.
To discover more about this town, we spoke to the Onjo of Okeho.
When the Fulani jihadists, when they came to Yoruba land, Afonja, the Arona Kakanfo, then betrayed Alaafin. Our father, that's the father of the Yorubas, then they betrayed him. Afonja betrayed him and Ilorin was captured. Ilorin was captured by the Fulani people. So then they started penetrating to the southwest of the Yoruba land. Then some of the Yoruba land was scattered. Then some people came from Ede, Ejigbo, with their baales. They came here and settled around this place. From Shaki, from Ilanagun, from Oyoro. They came from different places to settle around this place. Around this present Okeho, then around here. They came and settled, but they met. That our forefather, that Ojon Rona, who came from Ilaro, they met him here. I don't think the mountains we have here is big, is very big enough that there is no chemical that can blow it. Because you know, I have started one of the rocks, one of the mountains that get natural rooms inside. That during the Daomians and the Fulani war, our people, our forefathers, they said the place can occupy like 200 people at a time.
That particular one, we didn't want them to blow it up.
I don't know, they cannot blow that one up. That one is historical. We met it like that, and they should be there.
We met these students at the palace. They have come to clean up the Onjo's home.
God will bless you. Amen. You too will become a very important person in our future. Amen. The president of this country will come out of you. Amen. Likewise, the minister and the governor. Try and face your studies very well and don't join bad group. God will be with you. Amen.
They are also being taught the importance of conserving their mountains at a time when the world is losing its mountains and hills at a staggering rate, blown out of existence at the expense of infrastructure.
In the nearest future, it will be a tourist center. So I would like you to know the names of those mountains. And I know they cannot come to you and say you should take money, you should take this, because you are very small children. Face your studies very well. By grace will of God, you too you will become a very big and famous people in the nearest future.
The plan is to raise a generation of conservationists who will protect most of this landscape and someday turn this town into a tourist hub for the benefit of those who call this place home and by extension, Nigeria.
You know you have lots of mountains and hills here.
Yes.
You grew up with the hills. Do you love them? Tell me.
Yes.
Do you climb the mountains?
Yes.
Okay, so do you want them to disappear one day? You want some people to come and break them and take them away?
No.
Why?
Because they beautify our...
Wow, they beautify your environment.
Yes.
So you want the mountains to stay, you want the rocks and the hills to remain like that.
Yes.
Okay, so can you work hard to ensure that people, if someone gives you money and say, please take 1 million, let's blow up this thing. You don't want, you won't take the 1 million. Is 1 million too small? Thank you very much. So you can go now. Bye bye. High five.
Thank you.
High five. Bye.
It was time to go see the mountains and we said goodbye to the Onjo, with a dance of course.
Where we are now, so the town settled here, quarter by quarter.
Okay.
So like the stream we just passed through there is a Budget stream, named after the quarter that was occupying this place before the shift to the present site now. So we have other quarters. We have, for instance, at the other end there, we have, there used to be Ishia quarters. Then we had Okeogun also, all the 11 quarters. So
it was all surrounded by the hills.
Of course, yes.
And it was difficult for the Fulani
Of course,
to
yes.
cross.
So it was difficult for them to cross. So they couldn't use their horse to exactly take us. Yes. So they couldn't cross.
They couldn't cross. So
No.
they had to retreat.
Of course, yes.
Oh, this looks like a beautiful
Scenery.
Was it naturally discovered like this, or did you build this like a step?
Yeah, since since the part is a footpath, and because of the erosion is affecting the place, so they want to make it trackable, something. So that's why they are arranging. But there are some that are naturally.
Natural, so man-made.
So that yes, man-made. the one because it was on the footpath. Okay. But for instance, now look at this place. What as erosion has done, make their own holes there, so to live. This is Okeo Dam. It was, we have some rivers here that join together, but the major one is Akoko River. So then the dam was constructed by the then Oyo North Agri Development Project before it metamorphosed into Oyo State Agri Development Project. So, but since the construction, it has remained like that. The dam here can serve all the communities, all the towns in Kajala local government, and we have 8 towns in Kajala government.
Does it get flooded sometimes?
Of course.
Spectacular Okeho Dam in Oyo State, and all over Nigeria and across Africa you find beautiful places like this, and it's very important for us to conserve this for our children and for us.
Despite its seemingly strong rock formation, the town is threatened by gully erosion, making farming activities more difficult.
Now this road is really important to this farming community because it links them all the way down to Benin Republic, and as you can see, the flood is really has to be very strong to be able to move heavy rocks and even the embankments all the way from up there to this place. And these stones here actually to let people know that there is danger here. You have to be careful. You shouldn't cross here. And one can only imagine what might happen in a few years if this is not checked.
It's early 90 to 91, 92. And there was a catastrophe here, you know. There was a flood, terrible flood. So vehicles with passengers were flooded away. So, and we recorded casualties, many casualties there.
Wow.
So,
and if you look closely, you see part of that embankment. See,
of course, and that has fallen. Yes,
down.
yes, yeah, wow. That's it. So, and there is an international road. So, and that's why we are appealing to the government to come to our help, so that we will be able to come out of this problem. And you see people coming and going. Many farm settlements of the community are here. We have a lot of our farm settlement here, and we are predominantly farmers here. So to get the commodities from the farm to the town.
Decades ago, mountains in Okeo served as fortress for many during Fulani and Dahomey military incursions. Today, the town is working hard to conserve its historic Rocky Mountains for future generations. The rock also serves many purposes for this farming community.
There is a particular, the one referred to as spring, on the rock, that it has no depth. They don't know the depth. It has a but they don't know. But that particular one is far up, and it's not. You can't easily get to it.
Seems like the rocks are very important. We've seen the up there for fermenting cassava, and this one is for.
They used to sharpen the hoes and the cutlasses and knives. So they do this way, and it becomes sharpens. Olofi Mountain. It is named after one of the 2 earliest settlers in this community of Okeo. Ojo Orono, and the Olofin himself was a great hunter. That Olofin, while Ojo Orono was a crowned prince from Ilaro in Ogun State. We don't know actually which one first came, but they just discovered that they just discovered themselves. You are here. So it's serious,
It's huge.
It's huge. Well, it's just they call it Igioshe, Oshe, Oshe, Redo, Oshe, Igioshe. This place we are moving to is called Okpara Hill. So Oshe too.
Edible.
It's edible. It's edible. Just but children used to take it. Especially children of those days, it's not common in the town now, but in the past, it's common. Children used to take it. I also took part of it when I was young.
How is it tasty?
No, you just say now. So, look at another one. That is one. So, look at another one there. So, this rock is very important in the history of ancient Okeo. It is called Okpara Hill.
Well, you've been doing this for a long time. You were born here.
Yes. Of course, yes.
So you're used to this.
It's interesting too.
It's interesting. But there's something significant about this particular hill. This used to be a meeting place for the community people.
Of course,
and
yes.
back then, the town crier would come up here with a gong and he would hit the gong. And from wherever you are around the city, around the town, you hear the sound and they would all gather here, knowing that there's a message for them, and they will all come together here to get the message that the king has for the people, and that's very significant.
That was the means of communication. That
no
radio,
cell phones.
the radio, no
cell
radio,
phones,
the
no
cell phone,
radios.
no television also.
Yeah, so the town criers did a lot of work. And it's good that this place has been preserved over the years.
Yeah.
It's such a beautiful place. So what is this?
That is the wall. No remains of the wall of one of the houses that were built here.
Oh, there used to be lots of these houses.
Of course, yes. Of course, yes. And of course, all the houses then were made of mud, like this one you see.
Yeah. So how many years do you estimate this has been here for?
Minimum of 100 years.
100
Since
years.
we moved from this place to that place, so definitely it will be more than 100 years.
More than 100 years.
Yes.
Wow.
And it's still remains.
Yeah, it's still there. So what happened to the others?
Oh, they
Weather
are falling. The weather has
rain,
taken place. So we want to make sure we preserve this
So
one.
how do you intend to preserve this particular one?
Oh, if we make just a shelled, while with iron sheets.
Okay.
Well, those who know
How to
how
do
to
this,
work, we
yeah.
can still come in. Since we have the idea now that we want to, for instance, if this one does not remain, we couldn't have gotten anything
Told
to
the
show for it.
story, yes.
So
So this is history that needs to be preserved.
Of course,
It's
yes.
beautiful.
Facts about erosion. Anywhere that fast-moving water moves across soil, erosion can occur. If the water is moving fast enough, water can pick up and move rocks. Erosion occurs more frequently where the ground is sloped with a steep grade, not on flat ground. The velocity of water increases as it moves downhill. Places where deforestation has occurred with no roots from vegetation holding the soil in place require less water speed to cause erosion. Ways to limit soil erosion. Placing rock in ditches to slow down water runoff. Inlet protection, like placing filter fabric fences around stormwater drains.
Erosion control mats are permanent or temporary mats placed over the ground to stop exposure of the soil with fast-moving water. Planting of plant seed, trees or fast-growing grasses and weeds establish root structures to contain the soil and slow down water flow. Now here's a little bit of what I've learned from my visit to Okeho. Oke means mountain and Iho means valley. So from the beautiful town surrounded by numerous mountains and hills, you've been watching Green Angle and I am Ugochi Olibo. Bye now.